hope we back because this thing is tweaking right now. It kicked me out like 2 times. Let's see. Let's see if it's working. There we go. We're back. All right, y'all. Sorry if anybody was there. It said nobody, so that's good because this thing was tweaking. All right, so we're gone out of there. We're fixed, I believe. Get everything up and rocking. Miami's already in the red zone. They're closing in on scoring a touchdown. Or they might have just scored, actually. And, yes, they scored. Thank God it wasn't Tyreek Hill, guys. We're in the clear. We're in the clear. Was talking about it a little bit before, but we got, of course, now it logged me out of the chat. Always got to be tweaking on me. All right, maybe I could look at it from here. Alrighty, so it is tweaking. Tweaking on a Thursday. Rocking with you. Get my phone. We got to get live up in this mug. I'm like all burnt out after trying to figure out why it was tweaking when it was going live and not going live. But now we back. We excited. It's Thursday. 7-0 Miami Dolphins. Anybody that has Josh Allen or anybody on the Bills is probably geeked out of their mind right now because they're about to go crazy. For some reason, they're supposed to have a good defense. They can't stop anybody. Already gave up a tutty to Tua, even though it wasn't Tua, but you know what I'm talking about. You get the point. Come on. Every time you actually need something, it never wants to work, especially on an iPhone. Oh, my God. Why'd it be this hard to find what I'm looking for? There we go. I'm not a PlayStation. It like makes you sign in 50,000 times whenever you're doing something. All right. Luca Bean probably about to walk in. Let me see if I spelled my password wrong. Oh, I can't even read. That's probably why. Keep typing the wrong button. There we go. Uh-oh, we got a special guest in the building. Luca Bean, the lean bean fighting machine. Coolest dog in America. He just got his haircut today, y'all. He's feeling spicy. Like, I'm trying to sign in. It's trying to make me add an info and stuff. Bruh. There we go. That was annoying. It was trying to tell me to change my password and all that stuff right now. Nah, I don't have time, Google. I'm locked in. Oh, man. I don't know why it's saying that it's tweaking, but then I also have a good connection. So if something's wrong with it or I'm lagging, somebody let me know. Let me know if it sounds weak. Because it's tweaking over here, but we're still going to tap in. We got the Dolphins up, or they just scored. That's how scrambled my brain is right now, trying to figure out what's going on the stream side. Bills just got the ball. They're going down. Miami 0-2, Buffalo 2-0. Location, Orchard Park, New York at Highmark Stadium. I never knew that. So you learn something new every day, guys. It's very true. Let's look at a little bit at some of the fantasy stuff, guys. I'm in the tough spot right here. I'm the Guggenators 0-2, and I actually had the best draft grade. I came out of the draft with an A grade. It is ESPN, so you know they don't necessarily always have like the actual good stats, but it hurts. It definitely hurts. 0-2 right now. Matt's the defending champ, 2-0. Gio, the newbie to the league, he's 2-0. He beat me last week on just some technicalities, you know. Let's take a look at it. So this was week 1. Week 1, team just didn't come out to play, guys. They really just didn't come out. Nothing happened that game. Let me see. How do I go back? See, don't let me look at it. All right, NFL week 1. So, yeah, look at this was week 1. Bo Nix had 8 points. Jamar Chase had 4 points. A.J. Brown had 1 point. That Xavier Worthy got hurt in like 30 seconds. So, week 1, I was like, whatever. I'm not even going to get mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this happens. It's fantasy football. Everybody gets hurt. A.J. Brown, I don't know what's going on with the Eagles. They barely ever throw the ball. So, that's been a pain dealing with that. And Luka looking crazy back there. Go ahead. Lay down. Go lay down. Got the fresh kicker. Giant Schnauzer. But this is week 1, and Xavier Worthy's questionable already, so that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And just nothing happened. Like, everybody kind of didn't. Very underwhelming. So that was week 1. Lost to Nate. Nate, whatever. He was talking smack. Then week 2, you see, let me zoom out a little bit. Week 2, I lost to Gio. And it was only by a dub, and I low-key just the same thing. Like, look at this. 3 points, Justin Fields. I should have known better. Even Derrick Henry, man. Derrick Henry got 10 more points. We're right in that mug. And it's just always a different story. You know, Jamar Chase went crazy. A.J. Brown still hasn't even got double digits one time. And then everybody. I tweaked here. You know, I sat Bo Nix. I sat out Rome Odunze. So just one of those guys would have played, I would have been decent. But I did tweak on that part. I'm not going to lie. So 0-2 right now, but I'm in a good spot, guys. I'm not worried about it. I'm not too worried. I don't know why. I probably should be because 0-2 is not a good place to start. But this week, who do I got? I think I got Carlos this week. So Geet's always a solid in the league. I still beat him a lot. James Cook breaking free. But this week we got, and sorry for the names, guys. If you don't like the names, that's my bad, but whatever. I'm the Googanators. He's cooking ass with the crazy little, I thought it was like Stewie, but it just looks like someone's buttocks. I think is what we call it here in America, a buttocks. So you see Carlos and me. He's got Tyreek playing tonight. So if you hear me yelling, cheering against the Dolphins, that's why, because I need a W. I'm 0-2. He's got Tyreek. Tyreek has been pretty ass all season, so I'm hoping that trend continues. And I had Tyreek Hill last year in my fantasy league, and I'm still holding a grudge because literally last year he kind of cost me a lot of W's. He's usually one of the best players, and last year he was just pretty much nothing. And what he's got five yards on 1 reception, so we'll take that. We got to come out less than 10 points with Tyreek today, high key. And I haven't even started on my lineup. And this is we'll take a look at the team, though. Might as well while we're here. So this week so far, I'm like, where do I hit my team? It says my team right there. So this week, I think I'm going to stick with Bo Nix. I picked up nobody yet, but I was looking at some people. I'm not going to give away the secrets to the last place team. But I got Bo Nix. I think I'm going to stick it out this week. They're playing the Chargers. Looked at some stats from the last year when he played against the Chargers. He did relatively well. He had a couple touchdowns both games, like 200 yards. So I think I'm going to stick with him. Derrick Henry can't sit out. Derrick Henry. It is, but it's going to be tough, though. Derrick Henry going against Detroit's defense. Detroit's always pretty good, at least the last few years. Then Alvin Kamara going against the Seahawks, and the Seahawks, I picked up their defense. They've been killing it. So Kamara usually gets his stats anyway. He'll get his points. But I need more than what he's doing for me, man. He wasn't doing much last week. Then Jamar Chase, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. They got Jake Browning now is going to be the quarterback because Joe Burrow, who I have in another league, is out. So that's annoying. So with Jamar Chase, though, he's a dog. I think he's QB proof. When you play fantasy football or whatever, usually that's what you say. You know, he's QB proof no matter who it is, kind of like Justin Jefferson or somebody. Trey McBride, I think he's been pretty good, to be honest with you. Number 5? That's pretty solid. Rome Odunze, I had to put him in. They're playing Dallas, and Dallas got cooked last week by the Seattle Seahawks, so you got to put in Rome Odunze. Then Jordan Mason, Aaron Jones is out, so Jordan Mason, number 1 running back for the Minnesota Vikings. They're playing the Bengals. Bengals aren't even that good. No Aaron Jones, which is tough for me, too. I have Aaron Jones in another league, and I tweaked on some running backs in these other league, guys. I'm not going to talk about those just because those are with other people that I didn't say, like, yo, I'm going to talk about our fantasy league because I don't want people to think I'm bogus. But this is me with the boys, the group chat, so it doesn't even matter. Talking shit. Talking shit's a way of life in the group chat, CBH, to be honest. And Luka is leaving the door open like that is wild. Should have taught him how to close the door. He knows how to do a lot. 7-0, Buffalo closing in. I'm watching the game over here, so I don't think I'm looking away. Oh my gosh, bro. Who's that, Kincaid? It's actually crazy how weak football is, no lie. Like that back in the day, I mean, it's not weak by any means, but I'm talking about like compared to before. Because they just showed the play right now. It's a little bit lagged right here, but back in the day, I feel like dude would have got lit up before he even got to the goal line. And here they like go for his legs and just kind of miss him. Let's see what happened. 13,500. So then fix it. It's telling me to fix it. How? How do I do it? Let's see. It's going to be a shootout. Usually like every Buffalo game at this point feels like a shootout, man. Wants me to update it. Let's see where it's at. Let's see where it's at. Settings. Chill out, Luka Bean. Or what do they want it at? So many boxes coming up on here. I'm like, where do I go? What I do? What I do? Let's see what it says. Stream settings, stream health, 13,500. It's tweaking. Why is it doing this? Let's see if that even does anything. I think so. Yeah, it's just tweaking right now. Listen to that little prime YouTube right there. Let's do it. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's tweaking. Let's do it for the Bills. Oh, there's already a lot of shit being talked. Luka being barking like a mug back there. Sorry, y'all, if you're hearing it on the news. Oh, yeah. So let's see. There's already some smack talk going on. Apparently, somebody, and I think it's Dylan, has Kincaid. Dog is barking up a storm back there. So it looks like it did happen. Oh, look at that. Actually, earlier today, picked up Dalton Kincaid. Danny's got to be pressed right now. I know he's pressed. That's pretty tough. Dylan had who'd he sit? I think somebody got hurt. Is it George Kittle? Dylan's got George Kittle. That box score. I don't want to see the box score. What am I pressing here? Matchup. This is the game right here. Two guys just going at it. The Danuels and the Dillos. Well, Danuelitos and no cap. And Dylan already up 10.90. He's the only guy playing tonight, and that's a crazy pickup. I think it said 643. Uh-oh. Ooh, run back. I thought he was about to run one back. But I just saw that's pretty crazy, low-key. Let's see. What? Oh, I thought it was like, it's that transaction counter. I thought it meant like, like a little counter. They're going to show you everything. So let's see. Where do you even find that at? Recent activity. Let's go. So, yeah, 6:43 p.m. Game started at 7:15. So, previous champion, no cap, I guess this is showing why he's had this type of, Tucker Kraft. There we go. Oh, Dylan's in the comments. Good timing. And look at that's crazy right there. We're watching it in live time right here. Dylan picks up Dalton Kincaid, drops Darnell Mooney, and he's just talking mad shit to Danny. So Danny's the commissioner. Came on the episode, or came on one of the episodes a couple episodes back. I don't even know what I'm saying there. But 6:43 p.m. I know Danny's sick right now, crying probably at home, playing his drums. I'm sure there's tears falling on that drum set right now, little sad boy. And yeah, Dylan had Tucker Kraft. I forgot it was Tucker Kraft. I'm excited. I mean, it's got to be a little bit. Oh, damn, Tua sucks. It's got to be a little bit heartbreaking because, you know, obviously Tucker Kraft is good for fantasy, but from a Bears fan perspective, from somebody that hates the Packers, I kind of like, fuck it. Let Tucker Kraft be hurt. So who else got people in tonight? Gio's got Josh Allen playing tonight. Hemprater? Let's see. GOS, baby. And the S is first. So much fantasy football. Yeah, so he's got Buffalo's kicker and Josh Allen. So big night for Gio. 2-0. I know if Nate loses to Gio this week, he's probably going to be sick. Then we got Dylan with Kincaid tonight, which we're already seeing, paying off dividends. A late night, picking up Kincaid at 6:43 p.m. Crazy managerial work. I don't know what this man's seen, but he picked up Kincaid, and he's already up, and that puts him projected to win. So Danuel, No Cap, both 1-1, fighting for their lives in the Fantasy D's Nuts team. And then this is a big matchup right here. The battle of Lane, the current Lane Tech basketball coaches. 8 to 8.7. Who they got? Anybody? Wait, what? Why is it not? Oh, there we go. I hate that they don't add color. We need some color in here, ESPN. Oh, Tua. Oh, my God, bro. Every time Tua runs, I know I'm not the only one that's, like, flinching, right? Watching Tua run, I'm like, hold back. And Luka just going through everything over here. Luka, bro. Let's get out of the closet. What is he doing? Leave my stuff alone, bro. This man just doing, like, sneaky business back here. Look at him. Sneaky. All right, so Bills defense for Jeremy. So everything that happens right here, Jeremy's got to be locked in. Jeremy, the 2-time champ. Matt, also the 2-time champ. All right, bro. Go lay down. Yeah. All right, go lay down. He's been gone all day getting a haircut, and now he's like geeked up to be here at the house, I guess. Apparently so. All right, go lay down. Go. We missed what happened, Luca. We're distracting me. Jeebus. All right, so I think they just turned the ball over. They're about to. We got a little distracted there with the Luca bean. Let's see. Kickoff, punt. Yeah, right. So they just got the ball back right now. Buffalo getting the ball back. Good signs all around. I got some drama this week. I need a W. I can't fall to 0-3, man. I don't know what goes on in this league, but things been going wrong. We need Tyreek Hill. He's still only got 1.5 points. I'm pretty confused that Carlos still plays him, but fuck it. I mean, he did pretty good last week, I think. But let's see, Carlos. So me and Carlos this week, I got a little zoom in. Got a little zoom in action. Let me know what you guys think in the chat of this brick squad that's 0-2 right now. My weakness is quarterback, but once these guys started taking people, I was like, all right, whatever. So I wrote it out. Got Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, Jamar Chase, A.J. Brown, Trey McBride, Roma Dunze, Jordan Mason. Picked up the Seahawks defense this week, working the waiver wire. Cameron Dicker. I need that guy to go a little. I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more Dicker. Pause. That's crazy, Loki. That was kind of crazy. Let's delete that. Delete that. Delete. Like, it's not me, the only person recording. Then on the bench, what we got? A little bit of mixture right here. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Then Carlos has got Lamar, Saquon, Bucky Irving, Malik Neighbors, Tyreek Hill for him, only 1.5. Let's hope he stays low, guys. Let's keep your fingers crossed. Anybody out there that's a friend, that's family, pray for the Guggenators. We need W's. Travis Kelce, DJ Metcalf. Like, he's doing decent, 1-1, better than me, but you can't even lie. This is like the team that would be raw in fantasy, like a brick, like 3 years ago when these guys were actually all in their prime. Now he's got Tony Pollard, Chase McLaughlin, The Steelers defense, not too bad. The matchups is what I worry about a little bit. Detroit for me, Seattle, Minnesota with a backup, and you got Brian Flores over there. A.J. Brown, you just don't know what's going to happen with the Eagles, man. That's the part that's annoying is that I got A.J. Brown. He's got Saquon Barkley. So I'm hoping A.J. Brown actually, like, gets some love this week from, I was going to say Jordan Love. But that's how you get stuck in the brain, from Jalen Hurts. But Travis Kelce, like, come on, man. Let's hope for the best. But they got a good matchup, though. New York Giants, weak. The Jets for Bucky Irving, weak. Kansas City hasn't been too crazy. I think they'll be fine. New England, that should be fine. I mean, this is going to be a good game for me this week. I think it's the bounce back week. Carlos, if you're watching, sorry, brother, but going to have to make sure I get a W this week. I need to get in the win column. Got to get to 1-2. And everybody's still in it. I mean, it's the first 2 weeks of the fantasy football season. I think when Dylan won before, he was like last place. And then he snuck in, got into the finals. That's all it takes. Fantasy. It's so funny when you see these football players just drag the dude down by like their shirt, like how that's that petty and just make you sun you like that. Like, yo, bro, get over here. All right, let's see. I know the commissioner supposedly supposed to come on live. We're gonna be doing some phone calls today. So if you in the chat, drop a comment. If you're trying to join live, we'll throw you the call. Get you hooked up here. Get you hooked up on the Entertainment Channel 773. We're in Chicago, Illinois, Oaklawn, to be specific. Oh. Man, and Kincaid's doing work right now. You can't lie. You're watching this game. Dalton Kincaid going a little crazy. Following that entertainment motto, go crazy. Don't be lazy. Don't be doing nothing fugazi. Dalton Kincaid. Let's get a little background info on Dalton Kincaid. Check out the no-cap roster here. Dalton Kincaid. Position ranked 10th, average 11. It's hard to judge the season. It's early. But let's see. Receiving yards so far. He's got a touchdown this season. Who they got? They're running the ball right now. Damn, that is true as well. Nate did say it's a blessing to draft after Dylan. Dylan beat Nate last week. Nate was pretty salty. I was losing, then Nate got all salty because I was like just pouring it on. Like I thought I was gonna win too, low-key. Oh, Dylan waiting to enter the chat. We're gonna make a call. Let me get the chat livened up. Oh, almost exited the live stream. It could have been disastrous. We're gonna get the call out to Dylan at 7:55. We got 8 minutes until the call. Things are getting spicy here. We got Dalton Kincaid heating up the late night pickup for the Buffalo Bills. For the no cap 1-1. You know the vibes. And he picked him up 6:43, guys. So Dylan's going to be giving us a call here in about 8 minutes. We're going to see what he has to say right now. Dalton Kincaid already has 13 points. And we're in the first quarter, guys. It's 2 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Dalton Kincaid, late night pickup, getting things started. And we'll give a round of applause for that one. We got to give him. We got to give it up. That's what it's about, man. That's what keeps you motivated. When you're 0-2 in fantasy, you see a pickup like that, just 30 minutes before the game. That's what gets me motivated as a fantasy footballer, as a fan. I'm like, I got to step up my game. But I'm not going to lie, I got a good tight end. That sounds actually even more crazy to say out loud. So we're going to take that one back. Got to take that back. That was kind of crazy. That was a little bit crazy. But I do, low-key. I got Trey McBride. Trey McBride right now, what is he ranked? Number 5. So I wouldn't have had a good reason, I guess, to pick up Kincaid unless I wanted him. But solid-ass move. And right now I'm focused on, just hoping that Tyreek Hill doesn't score. And I need points once it gets to Sunday. I was looking all day today, like, who am I playing? Who do I got? And there's Dalton Kincaid. A little bio from college. He went to Utah. Younger than we are, or me and my friends. 1999 is pretty wild. October 18th. So he's got a birthday coming up. He was a first-round draft pick, though, in 2023. Dude's from Las Vegas, so, he gets a little crazy. Only his third season in the NFL. He already has what? He had 2 touchdowns last year. He already has 1. So, historically speaking, probably not like a giant fantasy football impact player, even though tight ends are usually, a little bit hit or miss. But this year already with what? 1 touchdown. He already has 8 receptions, 85 yards. Not the biggest stat line. We're pumping him up, though. Dalton Kincaid. Am I right, guys? Am I right? We'll get up for Dalton. Dalton, where you at, though? Then we get back here looking at this. So I'm worried, man. Lamar against Detroit, 27.5 is like, I feel like that's pretty, there we go. That's pretty, like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, nice of them to do that. He's been killing. And why do they keep doing that? I just want to see the game logs. I keep clicking the wrong buttons, don't I? Yeah, here we go. So 33 and 34, which, yeah, I guess so. These are pretty historically good defenses. He's cooking them. But against Detroit, like, I don't know. Is he really going to is he going to do it again? I hope not. I guess 27's low if he's been averaging 33. Then Bo Nix, division rival. They're playing the Chargers. But I think he's going to do fine. I think he'll be good. I think we're in for a good weekend, guys. You're on the Googanators team. Just hit that G in the chat. Hit the G in the chat. I know we got the no cap in the chat right now, so showing some love to Dylan. He's going to be jumping on the call here in 5 minutes, joining us live here on the Entertainment Channel. We got some questions to ask and some answers that need to be heard. Buffalo just marching down the field right now, running it down the Dolphins' throat. All right, again, that's just crazy. I don't know what's happening today, guys. All types of weird phrases being thrown out there. I apologize for the kids that are watching. Just close your ears. I put not made for kids on YouTube, so it's not my fault. I did make that discrepancy. Los Danuelitos. I know Danuel right now sat at home. He's probably crying. He's got Jamar Gibbs, CMC, Drake London. Man, he's bold for Drake London, man. I feel like in every draft or every league I'm in, everybody just stayed away from Drake London. He's scary. All right, Josh Allen. Bro, oh my God. It was that close. That low-key was about to be another Dalton Kincaid touchdown. Danny, I know you're at home shaking in your boots. The commissioner, he's pissed. And Dylan loves it too because last week, Nate and Danny, and Dylan played Nate last week. He playing Danny this week. They're both always like, oh, this 8-man league, so easy, this and that. And they've never won. They always think Dylan doesn't know what he's doing. Dylan's won the league, though. Like, how do you deny that? I haven't won, so I'm not going to tell someone that's won, like, yo, you're stupid, you suck. I know it's fun for the vibes, but. Josh Allen and Shakira. Imagine Shakira just runs on the field. She's like, oh, I'm on tonight. I got Keon Coleman on another league on the bench, I believe. Let's see where he's at, though. 7-7. They're going for it. Like, neither of these teams look like they want to play any type of defense. They're going to probably be going up and down all day. I actually have the Bills defense as well. So I need that. I need that in that other league. Hashtag other league. I need you. I got to start feeding Coleman, man. He's starting to become like that number 1 receiver. It's getting scary out here. Keon Coleman. Last year was like pretty weak. Now I guess is a second year in the season. Second year in the NFL. They need him. They need him out there, though, because a few years ago, you remember they had Stephon Diggs. I think they just re-signed, Gabe Davis. Let's see, right here. Calling a timeout. Timeout, Buffalo Bills. 12 minutes to go. Damn, bro, this is low-key pretty slow. You can listen to the audio. Pointless. Alrighty. got the previous champion joining the call here in a few minutes, or 1 minute, actually. I'm not even keeping up with the time. I got to pull it together. So let's see. Let's get it. We'll pull his team up here. We'll give him the respect he deserves. I think they put a little bio in here for you, low key. Let's see. They got a little stuff in here. League home members. I used to be the commissioner of this league long time ago. 2 years ago. I just want to see if they don't have that. That's kind of lame. League history. There we go. The Googanators. There we go. So now we know where to find them. Oh, my gosh. Oh, it's not Kincaid. I thought that was Kincaid, guys. I swear. I thought that was. Number 86. Who is that? Little touchdown vulture. Come on, tell us who it was. Got to go back. Let's check it out. Let's see who it was, guys. The internet's slow. Usually this beats Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime, Jeff Bezos definitely put that call in like, yo, don't even do it. Don't even do it. They're going to update it. We got to see who scores. Once we see who scores, going to reach out, give Dylan that call. We got to see what the previous Fantasy These Nuts champion has to say for himself. All right, let's see. 14-7, who was it? To Jay Hawes? Who the heck is Jay Hawes? Jay Hawes. Where you at, Jay Hawes? What? You can't even click on him here. Whatever. That's Jay Hawes touchdown, though. Now we need that Buffalo I need that Buffalo defense to get some stops, low key. On the highest of keys. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get this. We can get this on the road here. Got to see. So first time we're doing it on the show. We got to see what happens. See if it works. What's up? You there?
Fantasy manager decision. I thought it was a great call.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I thought that I didn't even notice that you picked him up. So we're talking about Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid got picked up at like 6:43 on the waiver line. Let's see. I'm going to confirm that time right now. Yeah, 6:43.
Yeah,
literally.
It's really close.
So what were you? What even made you pick him up? Like, what were you doing?
I'm not gonna lie. I just kind of like Dalton Kincaid. That's really all it is. And then man league thing. I think, in my opinion, it's a little more man league thing. I think, in my opinion, it's a little more difficult because you actually have to manage when you have such a loaded team.
Yeah, low key.
Maybe that's a hot take. I don't know, but the two gurus, if you will, for the NFL in our chat/league, neither have won yet. Not sure what that's about.
Facts.
I just want to make sure that that's stated for the record. But yeah, they're the ones who talk the most smack. So, I just, again, need to put that out there.
I mean, and that's 100% facts. We know who it is. They know who they are, too. And I know that they're both salty. And one of them's losing already. Let me pull up that. You're up on him right now. The Danuelitos losing 13-0. And I, low-key, right now, I know you're watching the game. I know you probably thought, like I did, that was Kincaid.
Oh, I 100% thought that was Kincaid. All these tight ends, they all wear like 80-something. But, I mean, I'm not mad at it. I mean, honestly, if he does nothing the rest of the game, I think that was a solid move.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, just to pick someone up and he gets 13 points, and that's probably like the tight end average.
Man. Also, dude, quick tidbit. I was really sick. I did have Dalton Kincaid for first touchdown. Just a kind of a brutal beat on that one.
You did have it?
I did have it. ESPN
but that other dude was it for like first touchdown for the whole game?
Yeah, yeah. So it's not for the first team, but the promo is nice because they give you $40 and they will give you 20 of it back if it loses. I did get 20 of the 40 back, but it was 40 for $760.
Damn, so that would have been a come up. That would have been crazy. I mean, but that's just how it goes. You can't have everything. You can't have them win in fantasy and win the bets. Unless it's just like one of those hot, crazy weekends.
gotta figure
Oh
that
my
out.
God. I'm just all right there. Sorry guys. I throwing a Tyreek Hill right there. I got a little nervous. I'm playing against him right now. Keith's got him, and I know that he always goes off. But so what else, I wanted to ask you too. So who would you think is your bigger rival though? Is it Danny or is it Nate? Or is it somebody
Oh, it's
else?
100% Danny. 100%. Not even close. And I'll tell you why. It's because Danny, one, he's the commissioner, so I mean, beating the commissioner
True.
is always great. But when he's not like doing well, he'll do this thing where he says like it's complete luck, and I mean, that narrative. It's not even. I don't think it's even an old joke at this point. I think it's just a strong narrative because we will hear it every year.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, I mean that I don't understand that either. And like you were saying a little bit earlier, is that it really is like it's obviously easier to have better players, but it's like the same like I was talking about my matchup last week and it's like, all right, I'm gonna sit out Bo Nix, I'm gonna play Justin Fields. I sat out a Dunze and played like Travis Hunter just because of the matchups, and then boom, like you lose the game by 20 points because the other team also has a brick. So it's kind of like managing the Golden State Warriors when they were a crazy squad and seeing like who do you want to play.
The great thing is that I guarantee you I've left the most points on my bench since our league has started. I think back-to-back weeks I've at least left 70 to 80 points on my bench.
Hey, 1-1 still though is not bad.
I'll take 1-1. So I guess I will say there's a little bit of luck there, but I mean on the flip side, like we'll see.
I mean, I feel like that. I get the whole like there's luck, but that's also for everybody. So I don't like when like any sport, even when you win, like every team that's ever won something, there's always luck, but there's also you get lucky based off the decisions that you make. So picking up Dalton Kincaid could be lucky, but he also got the points and he's on your roster, so you made that decision to pick him up. So it's like a old, like you said, kind of that narratives week where yeah, it's obviously lucky but everybody that wins is lucky. So I don't. It's like Danny thinking that he's winning because he's good, but then other people are winning because they're lucky. But it's also that's like the dumbest logic to me.
I take so much pleasure in beating him and Nate because again, like they're the supposed football guys, but they just can't seem to win an 8-man league as easy and as lucky as it can be.
It's pretty funny though, and I know that it eats them away, and it eats at them like all the time. I know that their wives are probably at home with them sometimes, like just shut the fuck up. It's fantasy football, and they know that I know they're salty because they talk about their other league, and I'm like, bro, I don't care about your other league. I'm worried about this league.
The most amazing thing Danny ever said was like y'all don't even play fantasy for real. I still to this day have no idea what that
means. Low key, I don't know what that means. Like when you think about it like that, it just sounds so funny because it's like, what are you like on the field somewhere, Danny?
I feel like the gut reaction is to like be offended, but then you're just like, wait, what? What does that even mean?
And that's also worse. Like if he thinks he's doing something that's like harder to do, then think about how much stupider that is that he's still not doing good. Like, bro, I'm studying and locked in, and you're still beating me. You don't even do it right. Like, come on.
I don't even look at any like draft boards or anything until maybe the day before, if that. And I'll be honest, I don't even do that.
Dude, I try to do less honestly because the more you do, sometimes it just gets in your head more. But starting off like, I mean, 0-2, I'm not even that mad just because of I was looking at the scores before. I'm like, all right, we're not in a bad position. Last week I tweaked, and the week before it was like Jamar Chase got 3, AJ Brown got 1, Worthy got hurt and got 0. So barely not worried about that. And I mean, you are a champion, so you know what you're talking about in the Fantasy These Nuts League. And Danny, I know Danny's hurting right now. He's not even responding to anything, so he's probably broke his phone or he's chasing around the Rugrats somewhere at home.
Could be. Third Rugrat on the way as well.
Dang, that's true too. And like ASAP, I keep forgetting that it's like super soon. There's everybody getting on the board, guys. Everybody getting on the board so far that's playing. Anybody that's not playing, yeah. Right now, Keith's the low man out, 1.5 points. Dylan's up 13.1 to 0 against the Danuelitos, and I know Danuelito is somewhere at home, being sad. And I was gonna ask you what inspired your team name, but I feel like we kind of already know probably what the inspiration is.
I was gonna say the phrase "no cap," right? But
Hmm.
again, I wanted to get something somewhat original that just it was simple. I'm a less is more guy, and then I thought it just fit. Like there is no cap in the league, currently, and there hasn't been for some time. So I just thought it was fitting.
Yeah, I feel like once you win, it's like fuck it. I'm never gonna change my name if I won. That's when I'll not change my name anymore. Is after I win. Besides that, I'm like the type like gotta start fresh every season.
I know we're golfing Sunday, dude, but I'm looking at the rest of this Bears schedule, and I really don't know how I feel about it. To
Oh
be
my
honest, I
god.
thought we'd at least be 1-1 at this point, possibly like in an optimistic world 2-0. But I don't know, dude.
I know, and
It does.
I feel like I'm falling into that trap too, where like I'm like, man, okay, I do think Caleb's doing good. I think the defense sucks, but then I'm like already like, man, I mean, they play the Cowboys, like they could win that game, and I think it's just all on the defense. And I was actually another little like question to ask too is, and I've been thinking about it to myself is like, why do I like? I know I'm not gonna stop being a Bears fan, but I'm like, why do I actually like care? Like last week, I was legitimately like, what the fuck is going on? And I don't know, like what's your reason that you even keep being a Bears fan?
I feel well. One, I bought the Caleb jersey, so I need to
True.
get all the ROI on that. But I think so. I think I mentioned this earlier in the chat, but I was watching the Cowboys documentary thing, and I'm like, okay, like in retrospect, right? It's awesome. Like they ended up winning. They ended up being like this insane thing in NFL history. But it started off pretty rocky, and I think my main thing or like question I guess is like how long are we gonna give Caleb? Because I feel
Yeah.
like him and Ben just don't click, man. I don't know. Like it's really early to tell, but I just like I don't know, man. I don't see it. It's
For
weird.
real, you
Like
don't
they
think
just
so? You
have
don't
like
think they're
this.
clicking? I think they are.
I just feel like they have this weird friction, man. I mean, maybe it's just like Caleb's not used to being coached like that, but
True.
I don't know,
I
man.
feel like it sounds like the most millennial thing for me to say, but I feel like it's just Caleb's like attitude, like the whole like that.
Dude, it has to be. Like, I mean,
And
I
Ben
feel like
Johnson seems old school too, so it's kind of like that friction of like being a hard ass and then a kid that wants you to like baby him, kind of.
yeah, and like God forbid Tyson Bagent gets like 2 starts and
Bro,
like
oh
gets
my god, if they
some
do that,
wins.
it's
Like
over.
that could be even more problematic than only winning like 6 games.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I don't
true.
even.
Man, and shout out to Nico and Carlos in the chat right now. We got Cicerano and Nico Morales and Carlos. We're going up against each other, brother. So I'm coming for your neck. I'm trying to cook your ass, cooking ass. And Nico, I hate the Packers, but you guys are kicking ass this season too. So it's crazy. And I know Nico's laughing every time we're talking about the Bears. It's got to be, I know I hate him because he's being a Packers fan, but it's got to feel good sometimes to just see how much we suck. Because I do think, though, Caleb will probably, I think he's good. I feel like a lot of it is obviously the running game. Like Swift got let go from the Lions for a reason. And then also the defense has just been terrible, getting cooked like nonstop.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, and I mean, dude, Dak could light us up. I don't know. I mean, I'm nervous. I'm nervous at a potential 4-0 start. That's really my nightmare
Oh, like
scenario.
0-4, you mean?
At Raiders game, I like again, right? Like in theory, I think the fan in me is like, yeah, I think we should win that game. But like on the road at Vegas, I'm not. I don't feel good about it.
Yeah, losing the first game is really what like fucked us up because then it like they should have won. Then you're at least 1-1, and then that builds more momentum because then I feel like all right, cool, they'll beat the Raiders. But yeah, I think that's a trap game too because Geno Smith is always like randomly a dog. Pete Carroll's like obviously a more experienced coach than Ben Johnson, and just in general, like even Genty hasn't really been doing anything. Oh, and looks like we got a yeah, Gio's up now 17-0 on Nation of Domination. That would also be the funniest thing ever too. Like Gio beat me, that's whatever. I don't care. But I know Nate will probably cry if he loses to you and Gio back-to-back weeks.
Oh, 100%. And then I'm looking at the schedule. After the Raiders game,
Oh
we
yeah,
come in
pull it
at
up.
Monday night against the Commanders. Like we already know the history there. And then like we finally have the Saints at home, like in week 6. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
And
and it's
then
kind of like what's going to be the state of the team once we get to week 6. It could either
like
be all
like the
over or we could be in a
season
good spot.
yeah, the season could just be absolutely mailed in at that point. Like I was hoping for like a shot at like a wild card playoff spot, but like that's just
Yeah, they'd have to be at least 9-8, and I don't know where they're gonna win 9 games. But they have to win this weekend, if anything, like no matter what. And the good thing is it's in Chicago, and that the Cowboys just barely beat the Giants. So if we can't beat them, I feel like we don't even deserve to win like any games at that point.
man. Dude, I think yeah, like you said, the way we lost that game, like we absolutely had it in the bag. We kind of gave it away. I don't know. I think in that one, I kind of put that on Ben a little bit because I'm like, I don't know. There's just like
Yeah, like
we
we
got
just
the
couldn't
Keenan.
score or do anything. I mean, you got to have some, like it was basically once his like scripted plays were all done in the first half, Brian Flores kind of dominated him.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part, though, that
Dude,
he's from our division, so we don't even have an upper hand on division games because he's already been in the division on the Lions as the offensive coordinator. So it's going to be interesting, but we got the Cowboys this weekend. You're up right now 13-0 on Danuelitos, and the Bills are at the 14 right now, stomping down, about to score. Danny's going to be coming on at halftime, so Commissioner said he was too busy during the game. I don't know what he's doing, filling out paperwork or something. But he's going to be jumping on at halftime, and I'm excited to see what he has to say, being down 13-0. What he has to say about the transaction time. He's going to probably try to veto it and say that it was invalid because maybe he's like, you got to do it an hour before. I could see Commissioner making up some rules on the fly, but
it wouldn't surprise me, man. There's the collusion in our league has been talked about for a couple of years now. There was some shaky things in the past. Don't want to open old wounds, but it's there.
We know who they are out there. We know that maneuver that happened a few years back where rosters got tainted, and we moved on. We've inserted GOS baby. I'm not going to say his real name or his team name, and he's up right now 17.8. Nate somewhere out there driving the roads of Florida, pissed off and probably wondering what he did to deserve to start losing to Geo. But thanks for calling, Dylan, or thanks for answering the call because I called you, and we'll definitely get you back on. See what happens next week after this W you're probably going to get against Danny. And Danny, I know you're out there listening, sad as hell, and we'll talk to you soon. But thanks for coming through, Dillo. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, brother. Later.
Deuces. All right, y'all. That was my boy Dylan. Me and Dylan known each other since we were 5 years old. So that's like 27 years of being friends. All the craziness, like being brothers. We go through everything, arguing, yelling, fun, all that crazy stuff. And now we're in the fantasy league, and he's winning. He's a champ. I should have actually pulled that up. That's what I was gonna do, but I forgot because we started talking about some other stuff and good stuff there, like bringing up some of the stuff on the Bears. It's gonna be crazy this next week to see if we can get a W because 0-3, things are only gonna get worse from there. So this was last year. Last year was close. Everybody besides a couple people were all just like, is that last year? Yeah. This was just pretty much right there. Boom, 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 boom. I don't even know. Why does this not seem correct to me for some reason, though? And then the year before, this is when Dylan got first champion. He beat Nate in the champ. I forgot about that, too. I forgot you beat Nate in the championship. That even adds more. Hold on. Why does it make the chat so little? There we go. Now they're married. Correct. Wait, who's married? I don't even know who's married. No champion. No cap the champion. I was third place that year. Whatever. Not anything cool. That's, I think, the highest I finished. Yeah, twice. Dirty Mike and the boys, 2021, third place. 2023, I was third place as the Guggenators. No cap won the championship that year. So historically, how many? Oh, yeah, that's about it. That was the year I got last, guys, and I ran the 13 miles, drank a bunch of brewskis. Oh, what happened here? Is it frozen? I do believe. Let's see. Still dreaming. My thing is tweaking. Let's see. Why did the camera start working? All right, hold up, y'all. Give me 30 seconds.